Must love ghosts.
I'm Jason Horton.
I'm Rebecca Lieb.
And this is Ghost Town.
We can't get through the Halloween season without a little Sexy Friday episode, can we? Of course not. So today we'll be regaling you with something both kind of horny and kind of haunted, a bizarre phenomenon, or some say fetish, of the sexual attraction to ghosts. As you'll soon learn, the somewhat hilarious, puzzling, and often sexy encounter between this world and the next gives a whole new meaning to, quote, lifting the veil. Today on Ghost Town, may we present to you the world of spectrophilia. Spectrophilia is formally classified as a fetish where someone is attracted to ghosts or spirits, or secondarily gets sexual arousal from images in mirrors. I suppose that's ghost adjacent. Spectrophiliacs fantasize about ghosts and often imagine scenarios involving sexual events between themselves or others and spirits. Accounts of paranormal encounters with ghosts and spirits frequently include sexual encounters, which historically have been described as non-consensual and generally unpleasant. Think traditional ghost stories where there's an element of seduction or stalking, like a vindictive female ghost or siren who lures a man to his death, including La Llorona, a Mexican woman who was supposedly drowned, maybe with or without her children, who seduces men on the streets. Contemporarily, however, spectrophilia has taken on a kinkier reputation, and also more consensual, of individuals who are half asleep or in kind of a sleep paralysis, encountering ghosts and having sexual contact with said ghost. Folklorist David Hufford estimated that approximately 15% of the population, that's 15%, had experienced this phenomenon at least once in their lives, but I'd imagine many more have discussed it, as even celebrities are getting in on the ghostly action. Reportedly, Anna Nicole Smith had, quote, amazing sex with a ghost while coming up in her modeling career, telling outlets, of course, much after the fact, quote, a ghost would crawl up my leg and have sex with me at an apartment a long time ago in Texas, adding, I used to think it was my boyfriend, and one day I woke up and it wasn't. I was freaked out about it, but then I was like, well, you know what? He's never hurting me, and he just gave me some amazing sex, so I have no problem. Kesha wrote a song called Supernatural about having sex with not one, but several ghosts. At one point, she even told Jimmy Kimmel in an interview that her hypnotherapist used a ghost meter on her vagina and found out that it was haunted. Quote, it sounds ridiculous, but in all honesty, I believe in all this crazy shit. I believe I had dead people in me. But spectrophilia isn't all just for celebrities. From the Mel magazine piece on spectrophilia entitled, Is Ghost Dick Good?, author Jake Hall talks to psychic Andy Hudson about her, quote, healing rooms in London back in the 1990s. One of her earliest clients was a woman in her 30s who was confused by a recent sexual experience she had there. Quote, to begin with, she said she was in a deep sleep until she felt a heavy weight pressing down on her, Hudson recalls. When she awoke, the fear dissolved, as she had experienced a warm presence caressing her body all over. Arousal soon followed, as did, quote, the most amazing kiss she'd ever felt. Most contemporary accounts of spectrophilia involve a, quote, warm human body experiencing this kind of temporary paralysis in their muscles, unable to move under a sexual weight or control or contact of a spirit. Quote, some felt a sense of being lifted off their beds in the middle of the night, and others said they could feel their bodies being licked and touched by magical hands, Hudson said. I'll leave the rest to your imagination. Indeed you will, Andy Hudson. Though we don't exactly know what causes spectrophilia, it might be a fun alternative to the usual array of Halloween activities, if you, or the spirits, dare.